What's going on, everybody? Hookers TV here, and we're going to be doing some unboxings. If you guys didn't know, I'm leaving for the Air Force in 12 days now. Today is September 1st. I leave on September 12th. So I am re-upping my supply. I got a new tackle box, stuff like that, and I just want to show you guys, make a couple videos about it. Since I'm not going to be able to do it this winter, I figured I would do it right now, right before I leave. Hopefully everything comes in, you know how tackle warehouse is. So be on the lookout for those videos. Also, a little update on the channel. I know I've been really slow uploading. I've been trying to just make as much money as I can before I leave. That way I can buy whatever I want when I get back with the money I make too. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to be gone from home for about 7 months, but I won't have my phone for like 2 months. So what I'm going to do is try to make like 8 or 9 videos, because boot camp's 8 to 9 weeks long, 8.5. I'm going to try to make and post one every week, so while I'm at boot camp, you'll be able to watch some of my videos, and then when I get back, I can be able to, by the time that's over, I'll be able to talk about my experience at boot camp, stuff like that. So make sure you look out for those videos too. Let's get started. First things first. We're going to start with this Rapala order. And I do get a lot of stuff from my sponsors. Or, not my sponsors. More so the club sponsors, the people that we represent. We get discounts off their stuff. If you're unfamiliar with the college fishing deal. So open this up. So we got our packing list. We got our Rapala, however you say it. Hand towel. It's pretty nice. That was like a free gift for over $50 or something like that. I will be using that. And then this is just a bunch of terminal tackle. So first off, since it's a new tackle box, I'm gonna have more space for supplies and stuff. I got a pair of scissors. I got some heavy-duty cutters when Jeremy Tone, face right here, buries a hook in my arm, the crankbait. Where do we start? Here's a Terminator popping frog. That's pretty nice. Half ounce. Here's a Terminator walking frog. That one's also pretty nice. This is what the popping frog looks like up close. We got a white bottom. Beautiful. They're really, really lifelike. There's the walking frog. Alright, we got 2 5/16 swinging rugby jigs. I really like those. They're kind of a football head. Here's the Terminator spinner bait. We got a Colorado and a willow blade on that. Gold. Here's the 1/8 wacky jigs. I like to call these flick shakes John Creed. Face right here. Is why I started throwing these. He throws them religiously. I started throwing them religiously. I love them. Split ring line ties. I think I'm going to put this on front of the top water. Just give it a little more action. What we got here? Here's a good example. Here's an Arashi cover pop. Now this is not your traditional popper. Let's try to find the other one. These poppers walk like a spook, and you can use, and they pop like a popper, obviously. So the video that I saw from Wired to Fish, they were flipping these into heavy cover, kind of like you would with a flipping bait, but they were doing the top water part, and the bass were just absolutely demolishing them. You just flip it, and they're heavy enough where you can flip it accurately. And they walk, and the bass just go crazy on them. Here we got some Suffix 832, 30 pound. This is gonna be for my top water rod, spooks, or not, yeah, spooks, buzz baits. It's a camo color. I tried the camo last year for the frog, and I like it because there's a lot of vegetation here. It just mixes it up a little bit. We got a 1/2 ounce Terminator football jig, weedless. What else we got? Just some split rings. I always find in the wintertime we like to go find crankbaits. And usually the hooks and split rings are rusted, so I like to put new hooks and stuff on them. Heavy duty swim bait hooks. I like to throw a swim bait, but I don't like the exposed hook on them. So that weight allows you to expose it and don't get hung up as much. There's some more crankbait snaps. Flick shakes. These are heavy. These are 3/16. This is for deep water. John likes to throw really light though. I don't think I got. Oh, there's the 1/16. They're really small. 3/16. They're much bigger, so that's a lot for deeper water. And we got 3/8 rugby heads, and these rip stops are really cool. You guys should look up an action video on these Rapala rip stops. It's a jerk bait, and as soon as it like jerks and just stops, just boom, boom, boom. Really good for walleye. I like throwing jerk bait for bass. Half ounce rugby jig, finesse jig, June bug 1/4 ounce. I think that's it for this one. Oh, more split rings. Really small ones. Get into the big boy. Cabela's has Labor Day sales. I get this posted before Labor Day. You guys should check them out. And then the Bargain Cave. That's an option to join on the website. There's always great stuff in the Bargain Cave. Here's the new tackle box. Cabela's Advanced Anglers Pro Series. This is the Magnum size. I'll get into that in a second. And then I just got a shit ton of flipping baits. They had these like $2 off, the Rage Tail Menace bugs. Got black and blue flake. Okeechobee craw. Summer craw. I'll get a little closer up to these. What we got here? Green pumpkin. We got some Z craws, black flash. Got your search baits, 360s. I always lose the head of these, so I have a million of the tails because it's an open hook. But I keep losing the jig heads. And then we got a Bama craw. I like pitching and flipping. And these are really good. I really like the Strike King products. Black and blue flake. This is the Zoom Z craw. Summer craw. Bama craw. Okeechobee craw. Got nice colors in there. And then just your basic green pumpkin. They're all really nice baits. Here is a new tackle box. Now, luckily, I have a Cabela's credit card, and I get free points and such. My first impressions, I really like the hard bottom. And this is like, they said it's made out of a water-resistant material. And that was my big thing. I got caught in the rain. You'll probably see the video here in the near future. And I just threw my tackle box in the garage. And that was like the worst thing I could do. It was filled with water, and it sat there for about 3 weeks because I got really sick and couldn't fish. And it sat there for 3 weeks with water on the bottom. So, and my boxes are cracked, my boxes are getting old. So I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna go out and spend the money, and I got a good deal on this. Spend money on new tackle box. And I got, you'll see coming up, when my tackle warehouse order comes, I got all waterproof boxes with that Z-Rust by Flambeau. And when you have a lot of tackle and it's pretty expensive, just make the investment and protect my stuff. I don't want any of my, I got probably I have a ton of crankbaits. I just don't want the hooks to rust on them, especially when you're changing baits and you put them in there wet. The Z-Rust forms, it has a vapor, and it just prevents rust and stops rust. If there is rust on it, it stops it from growing and ruining all of your stuff. So that is why I made this investment. But I mean, it'll fit 8 of the, I believe they're 3700s in here. It's about the same size as my other one. And then being a non-boater in these tournaments, I don't want to take up a ton of space on the boat. So it's always really good to be organized. And that's what I am doing here. This looks like opened up. It even comes with a sling, nice big plastic pocket. We got compartments everywhere. Throw all that in there, and then just gotta wait for the boxes, and I can organize all my stuff. Thanks for watching this episode of Hookers TV. Be sure to check out one of the videos on the screen, and we'll catch you next time.